Okay, and when you are ready, my friend.
Gang.
Lovely clapping today, Connor.
Thanks, man. It's already
I know.
I must
have ordered some real cheapy shit one.
It's already started to like fade.
Ugh.
There you go. It is what it is.
I cannot believe it.
We can't see exterior and moss. I think I don't even know what they mean, to be honest.
What does it say? Exterior.
I always thought that meant exterior.
Exterior means if you're shooting inside or outside.
Okay.
Moss. I fucking learned what moss meant in damn film school, but I cannot.
All those years ago.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember. We'll have to ask Aiden. We'll get the resident.
Film school. Oh, years ago.
Oh, I was.
I don't get it. You see clappers like professional clappers.
Yeah.
There's so much shit on there. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It's wild. Yeah. I mean, well,
so much stuff.
Look, some of it is just a little bit wanky because you don't need to know all of it. You don't need to know by looking at the clapper, like if it's an interior. I guess it helps because
it helps an editing, doesn't it?
With the dialogue,
you can see how it was shot. Doesn't it help an editing? Isn't that what it's?
Yeah,
for?
I'm sure it does. And it helps keep all the shots, in order,
I guess.
Yeah,
Scene
when
one,
you catalog
scene two,
them,
scene
and when
three.
you put them in when you put them in the folders and shit. But film people are a little bit pretentious.
You're right. They are a bit wanky.
They are. There's no denying it. But frankly,
so we're wanky then.
Well, I am a bit wanky myself as well because speaking of being a wanky film person, today, and I told you this already, Apple sort of announced these new computers.
Oh, they announced it today?
Today, literally this morning, they brought them out.
Okay.
And frankly, I'm thinking of getting one.
Well, at least you're not like me saying...
I'll be honest.
You're not going to get one and then, with my iPhone.
Yeah, at least I'm honest with myself.
Did I say I wasn't going to get one or did I say I don't think I will? I don't know.
No, in your defense, I think you had acknowledged already that it was probably close to time for an upgrade.
I think it's December 11th when I got this 3 years ago, and it's 11th of November today. So in a month's time, I would have had my phone for 3 years. I think I'm allowed to get a new iPhone.
Well, that's normally how long they do the upgrade cycles.
That's what my upgrades are. Yeah, I mean, I can play it off whenever, but it's like an extra $46 a month.
Yeah, okay.
For what? To get a new phone? It's like, come on, that's an absolute bargain.
It's a bit, it's all a bit.
It's a bit wanky, as Dan would say.
It's a bit wanky, as I would say, but no. So I'm getting one of these new laptops. Well, I think I am. I don't know. I'm gonna wait because they come out soon. They come out in like less than a week. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit to see reviews. But honestly,
watch
the pricing, the performance, I'll be on Mark Ass's ass like that.
I was thinking that, isn't it? I could never say his name. Is it It's a MKBHD.
Yes, MKBHD. Yeah.
Oh God, I never get that right. Huzzah! High five, Dan. We did it. Oh, that's terrible. That's a good clip right there.
Wow.
High five.
So good at this.
Shit.
But yeah, I'll have to watch his review and just see what it's like because it sounds good. It sounds cool, and for the price and everything, it sounds better than this. And my biggest thing too is that all the laptops that Apple makes soon are going to be made with the Apple chip that they're going to be putting in them. And so it's sort of like a investment in the future, you know what I mean? Because
they can track us more now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. There are some downsides. I won't lie. But it seems like a good investment. And honestly, I don't know if it'll change this show much. I think it'll allow me to do a few new things with my laptop. I know for one thing, I won't have the fucking storage issue with the photos. So that should be a bit of an easier fix for the show. Just a bunch of things, making editing easier and quicker. So hopefully a bunch of things are just a little bit improved with the purchase of this. And frankly, it's coming up to Christmas. I deserve a little bit of a present.
Yeah, every year I do, I buy myself something that is a bit overpriced, but it's like a present to myself.
Well, frankly,
I don't know what it is this year yet. I guess it's the iPhone. Not really, but...
I guess it is. I mean, frankly, I haven't bought myself anything really nice since about this time last year when I bought my iPhone 11 Pro and my AirPods Pro. So that was like my last big...
Oh my God.
Spoil myself purchase.
My AirPods are really starting to go now. I told you that they were going. Well, one started playing quietly, and now that one's better than my left one. So even the one that was going is now better than the one that was working really great. It is so quiet now on both.
Oh no!
But
Even at cranked up full
100%, yeah.
Shit.
Like I used to have one in at
That's
work.
the worst.
One in at work, but it's like now I've had one in at work, I physically can't hear it that well at all.
That's
so
terrible. How long
I'm gonna
have
have
you
to
had
go. That's the thing. I think I've really got my money's worth. I've had them since I think June 2019.
Okay, yeah.
I've had them a long time.
What's that? Nearly a year and a half? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I think Mum was like, "Oh, you must get a warranty on that." I'm like, to be fair, Mum, I've used them every single day for at least an hour, 2 hours a day.
That's the thing. I genuinely use my AirPods every day for at least probably 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
3 to 4 hours a day.
Maybe even I do that.
So
they're always in my ears.
And I've had, like I said, I've had mine for just under a year now, or I think actually just over a year I've had mine. And frankly, if they make it through another year or even 6 months without sort of running into issues, that'll be money's worth for sure. Because I've used them literally every single day.
You like drop yours a few times?
A little bit. And actually, one thing I've been wondering, because mine's got a bit of chips and all that. Like, if you can see, like just a little couple of
that's what mine get. Yeah,
stuff. Just because I've sort of dropped it away. It's a pretty sturdy case, I must say. But when I bought this one, you can get the free engraving if you buy it on Apple.
Yeah.
And I did buy it on Apple, but I think I bought them just before Gold Coast last year or something like that. So I wanted to make sure I had them before we went on a holiday.
God, that was nearly a year ago.
Maybe I bought them just before Bali or just after Bali. I don't know what it was.
You didn't? No. Because I remember we were in Bali and you said, "Look at the new AirPods," and I was like, "Looks like the pea shooter."
Oh, that's right.
I was like, "Looks like the pea shooter from Plants vs Zombies." And you're like, "I'm gonna get them." I'm like, "I wouldn't do that." And then you did.
So, and I've loved them. I honestly have. So I think I got them right after. But I can't remember. For whatever reason, I knew I had the option of getting them engraved, but I didn't because I wanted to have them like ASAP because I needed them for something. In hindsight, I kind of look. The engraving doesn't really matter. But I got the Apple Care Plus, which means you can get like a free replacement, or not a free, but a very, very discounted. I think it's like $20, $30 replacement case. So I'm thinking I might ask them, look, can I get the replacement one engraved? And then even though my one works pretty fine, I might just say, can I get
on them?
I don't know. Like, it's funny because I don't want to be really basic and just say Dan's AirPods.
Dan's, yeah.
But that's kind of what I would put. Like, I don't
see the woman on Twitter who accidentally put the delivery instructions on the engraving. So on the thing it says like leave at front door, please. Or something like that.
That's hilarious.
And they actually like printed it.
That is really funny.
Yeah, God bless.
That's tough. RIP to that.
Are you going to go on like a payment plan for this laptop? Are you going to?
Yes. So I'll probably do what I did with my phone.
Oh yeah,
so
you can put it on like a payment plan.
Yeah. So I got this like Apple card. In America they have an Apple card, but in Australia it's like.
So I'm gonna go tall. I should have gone before.
No, that's fine. There's this like different company that runs it, but they have like a credit card that works specifically with Apple. You get like interest-free repayments. I think it's $5 a month, so I still have to pay $5 a month, but that's only $60 in a year. And basically about this time last year, I bought my brand new iPhone 11 Pro for fucking $2,000 because I got the 256 model, which is I'm glad I got it because I haven't filled that up. I haven't had to worry about space. One of the things that pisses me off about this laptop and the reason I'm wanting to get a new one is because space is such a fucking annoying issue. Like it's always like, I'm full, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I just do not want to deal with it. So hopefully with the new laptop, I can get a bit of a bigger storage and just not have to worry about that because I do have a bunch of hard drives, but it's at the point where just all of my apps downloaded on this laptop, like fill it up. So anything else that I want to put on it, photos, whatever, fills it, like just puts it over the edge. So that's really annoying. But this time last year, I bought my iPhone 11 Pro for like $2,000 plus the Apple Care. I don't know how much that was. And then I bought the AirPods Pro, which are like $400 plus Apple Care Plus. That was like a lot of money. And I paid it off in the year because you have to pay it off in the year if you want the interest free. But now it's like the credit card's back to being, full and ready to use. So I'm like, the new laptop, I looked at it, it's just under the threshold for the credit card. So I'm like, maybe I'll just buy it, put it on that, pay that off over the next year. Or, I could pay it off sooner if I feel like I have the money to do that, but it just means I can pay it off over the year if I want to take my time with it. But yeah, I think I might do that. And honestly, one of the biggest things that's cool about it, and one of the reasons I've been wanting to get a new laptop for so long is, and this might be, I guess, a bit of its own topic in itself, but if I had a laptop, I actually would be able to stream like games on Twitch. And that's something I kind of want to try. Like I want to be able to do. I can't really do it on my laptop now. Maybe I could, but as far as I've tried, it's just a bit too old and not quite capable of sending the video, at least at the quality that I want it. So maybe with this new one, it'll mean I'll be able to sort of stream and, even if it's like once a week or something, or once every 2 weeks even, it would just be fun to try. I'd kind of like to try that. Try my luck at, Twitch streaming. But yeah, a whole lot of things, and hopefully this new laptop brings me some very nice new experiences.
We could even do a podcast live stream.
We could actually. That's the other thing. We could live stream the podcast if I had the new laptop.
Not sure who'd watch, but
yeah, I mean it would yeah, maybe more risk than reward.
Yeah.
But
I've always wanted to try an Instagram live.
But yeah, that's the thing. We could live stream the podcast. One thing that might be cool is a bit of a technical thing, but we could sort of fix the issue of the black bars that are here that you don't see on screen right now, but I have to fix in post. So there's a whole couple of things that a brand new laptop could really help with.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, but probably within the next week or two, I'll know if I'm gonna decide to buy it. So. There we go.
I think you're going to do it.
I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm a bit of a sucker for Apple products. I've had this since 2015. So
I made your mind up 10 minutes ago.
I pretty much did.
You messaged our group chat with me and Aiden in it called the Casey Copycats. That's Casey Neistat, by the way. And you said you're going to get it. And I was like, this guy.
Well, I was like, I'm probably
you're going to get it.
And I'm almost certain I'm going to get it. I mean, look, I've had this laptop for 5 years and it's done me well. I've done so much stuff with it. It's been a great experience. But hang
on a minute. If it's coming
frankly,
out,
I'm ready for
Is it coming out or you're going to have to order it and wait weeks?
No, it comes out. It's you can pre-order it now. It releases in like 5 days from now. Or 6 days from now is when it actually, you can just walk into a store and buy it. I don't know how much in demand it'll be. But yeah, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a week because once it's out, I assume and I hope all of the reviewers, Marquez and all that will do their reviews and I can sort of give them a watch and see if it's worth getting. And frankly, honestly, I think it'll be a great fit for me because I wouldn't call myself, highly professional, but I definitely do certain things. Because I was looking at an iPad, but for all the stuff with the podcast and the stuff I want to do with videos and streaming, I just don't think an iPad it just wouldn't quite be enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think an iPad would suit us anymore.
Yeah, that's what. No, but the new iPads are pretty powerful. They can do a lot of shit. But yeah, it's just not quite where I need it to be. So unfortunately, that's just the hard truth. But yeah, this new laptop, I think that'll be on the money for me. Frankly.
Yeah, I remember getting my first iPad for Christmas. It was the best day of my life.
Me too. I remember.
I don't get that excited.
I think I got mine for my birthday because it came out in March. It came out like a week before my birthday.
Yeah, you had like the first one, didn't you?
I had the iPad 2.
That was it. Yeah. I remember you bought it in for it was that weird like history class. That was it. The weird history class, and you, me, Josh, and Aaron. And Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah. We made
that weird ass
little movie for
our I thought it was amazing.
History class. It was awesome.
And the fact that you could like edit on an iPad, it was
that blew me away.
When we supposed to? I remember we were supposed to film a whole thing for it. We never did.
You know what I will say about those iPads, and this is something even today when I edit video on my laptop, and look, granted, I'm editing like hour-long podcasts and all that. It's a different sort of ball game, but I don't remember on an iPad like the editing ever stuttering or barely like. Do you know what I mean? Like it was always so smooth. It just worked. Those fucking iPads, they just work. And these laptops, again, I get it. I'm working with more intense things over here, but like it just stutters. It gets slow.
I used to film my iPad.
Yeah, me too.
I used to shoot videos on it.
I did as well. I used to film on either my iPad or my mum had an iPhone 4S. I would shoot on those two. And I would just like...
God's sake.
That was back before even AirDrop. Before they even had AirDrop. I had to plug them into each other and like transfer.
Yeah, we had that thing.
It was, the adapter.
We also had the SD card one.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you could plug the SD
that was. I still have my iPad too. And it still works.
Yeah, I've got my iPad. I have the iPad 4.
The screen on mine is cracked. And I've always considered getting it fixed just for sentimental reasons. But I never have. Like but if you plug it in and charge it, it works totally fine.
I've had to take it back.
Oh man, that is a classic.
That is a classic. That iPad and your iPhone 5.
Oh man.
With the red case.
Oh man.
That just makes me have like a warm feeling in my heart. That takes me back to some good. I was going through. I'll get to my photos later, but when I was going through my photos, which I'll get to while I was doing that, but I found one of the time you came to my house just to steal my Wi-Fi outside of my garden, and there's a picture. I took a picture of you with your iPad outside.
That's so funny.
And I was like, Dan, how you going? And you're like, oh, hey mate.
Hey mate, just.
I think you're on your way to Trevor's, and you're like, on the way I needed Wi-Fi.
Oh,
so you stopped by mine
to download something.
I remember it blew my mind that you could get 3G on iPads.
Yeah. Mine actually can. I never ever used
that. Blew my mind.
Mine had the ability to have 3G.
Dude, that sent me. I don't think mine did. I think you could get them if they could or
that's what I mean. My one happened to be, I think, because my dad from Sydney bought it for me for my birthday, and I guess he must have bought me the expensive one because it had the ability to do.
It could put like an SD.
Actually, I think part of the reason was because it was like if I used it and like I don't know went over to Sydney to see him or whatever, I would still have connection throughout the trip. But we literally never connected it to a SIM card. And so I never got to use that.
That was just crazy back in the day. It was like, you can do this. What? That's crazy. Like,
and I'm telling you, those there are some new iPads out that are pretty freaking. They've got some pretty good. They got some good capabilities. But like I said, unfortunately, it's just a little bit falls short of what I need to be able to do to like run this show and all that stuff. But honestly, If they come out with like an iPad Pro sometime next year with some of the sort of rumored capabilities that they have, I might actually get one as well.
Rumored?
Yeah, because they're talking about like Final Cut Pro might be available on the iPad sometime next year. You know what I mean? And so if they put up like Final Cut Pro on an iPad and they already have the new USB-C port and all that, if they had all that, I would honestly say an iPad's and they're very powerful. They run tests and stuff. They can like render shit fucking blazing fast. So it's a tempting thing. And obviously I probably will buy, I almost certainly will buy this laptop next week, but I wouldn't be against having them both, frankly. I think it would be a great little flip between the two. Apparently they work together very well. It's all, something I'm thinking about, but it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, it's a matter of time. And then it's like, I want to wait, but I need something now, I need an upgrade now. Plus, the other thing is that if I get a new laptop, I can give this one to Kaylee, my younger sister, and then she can have a laptop. And then I feel like I've given her a present that's, cost me nothing really.
Make sure you warp the hard drives first.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It's. I just wonder if it'll even work by the time I give it to her. Honestly, I think the battery's fried on this.
It's because you keep it plugged in all the time.
Yeah, well, what I've been trying to do lately is like unplug it so it goes down to like 20 or 30 and then plug it in and then unplug it. So like trying to actually go through cycles rather than just keeping it plugged in all the time because I know that that's bad for it. But again, the kind of shit I use it for, I need to upload stuff overnight. I need to export so much, like export while I'm at work.
Like
so like it's so I genuinely use this laptop as a full-on workhorse. So for what it's done for me, I mean, I've certainly got my monies out of it, and I've definitely loved using it. But yeah, it'll be sad to say goodbye, but it'll be really nice to have a nice new one, So I wanted to change gears a little bit. I wanted to talk about this story that I saw in the newspaper. I was reading the newspaper the other day. Can you believe that? When was the last time you picked up a newspaper?
Not that long ago. I think I do sometimes just go through them.
When you're taking a shit in the morning.
I support physical media.
Yeah.
Nah, not when I'm taking a shit.
You buy a Blu-ray. Can I have one Blu-ray and one newspaper?
I want a newspaper. No, I do.
One vinyl and one.
I like how newspapers still exist, to be honest.
I actually liked it. So basically, I was with someone. I was taking someone out into the community, and they use a wheelchair. So I was just sort of pushing them around, and it wasn't quite. We went into a cafe, and it wasn't quite time for them to have their lunch, and so I sat down, and on the table there was a newspaper. So I just started reading the newspaper until it was time to feed him his lunch, and so it was like. First of all, it was a very interesting experience reading the newspaper. Like it's one thing I think, and you might agree with this, I've come to learn as I've grown older, like a real sense of appreciating community. and like really just enjoying the fact that like, we have our locals down at the pub and like, you see people down the shops or whatever, just stuff that was like, that's your local community. And that's a sort of just a nice thing to have. And when I was reading the newspaper, I was like, it just felt a bit like Twitter feels where it's like, wow, everyone is also reading this story and this is kind of on the mind of other people. And it's like a nice little, makes you feel as a part of like a community, as hokey as that sounds. But anyway, so I was reading this newspaper and there were all these stories and there were like some that were kind of interesting, but some that were like, okay, that's weird. But then I came across this one story that was so funny because it was like buried like halfway through the newspaper and it was like a paragraph long. Like it wasn't even a featured story, but it gave me a lot of feelings. Basically, the story was something, and I haven't looked it up since then, so you're just going to have to go off the word of my memory.
Okay.
It was like Ellen DeGeneres makes $6 million profit off of her Malibu home or whatever. And so basically the story was her and her wife, Portia. I don't know if Portia's her first name or last name or whatever, but her and her wife, Portia, bought this house like years ago, somewhere in California. I want to say Malibu. And they sold it. They bought it for like $30 million. They listed it for like $40 million and then they sold it for like $36 million. So they made a $6 million profit. And I'm like,
was it worth it?
I was reading this and I was like, sometimes I waste an entire day fantasizing about what I would do if I had $1 million. Like, or even two. Could you imagine having $2 million? I sometimes genuinely waste an entire workday just walking around going like, I would buy this and I would buy this house and I would buy this gear and I would buy this laptop and I would buy this and this and this and blah, 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 blah. And I just was reading this and I was like, this lady just made $6 million. Like she found it on the fucking sidewalk. And I'm not trying to hate on Ellen DeGeneres or anything. I'm not, obviously she's living her best life, but I just read that and I was like, that is insane.
What did you say her name was? Portia?
Portia, yeah, the wife.
Johnny, right?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Knoxville.
No, Johnny, he was at Liv's 21st.
Oh,
Liv's brother.
Yeah, our friend Johnny, yeah.
His mum went to school with her.
No way. Ellen's wife.
In the same year.
Shit, her mum
spoke quite a few times.
Wow.
Yeah. That's Connor's fun fact of the day.
Her mum went down the wrong path. She should have got into,
What?
I'm just saying, you're walking around, you're getting $6 million. What's she banking from that, Portia? She's banking at least $2 million from that.
Well, she never has to work a day in her life.
That's what I'm saying. She's getting at least $2 million.
Your hobby can become your job because even if you don't get paid for your hobby, you're like, I'm just doing my hobby and that can just be my job.
Oh, my wife just sold our house for $6 million. And they're probably living in a nicer house now. So it's like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. She probably lives the freaking cushiest life ever.
Ellen's nearly cancelled, so she's probably worrying about that.
Look, yeah, Ellen's got, she's problematic and all that, but I will say this. She does maybe I don't know the whole situation, but it seems like she works a lot. Like it seems like she does her show every day of the week. Like it's quite a intense thing. Apparently though, during lockdown, Ellen's show was the easiest job in her life. Like they set up a bunch of cameras at her home, which I know a lot of the like late night stuff did, but she did it so that she only had to film 3 days a week or something. I think I read this somewhere. I might be completely making this up, but apparently they just set it up so Ellen had it so easy during lockdown.
Did you hear that? Did you hear about? Obviously, we spoke about Johnny Depp. Speaking about people making money, apparently he filmed one scene for the next Fantastic Beasts and
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and because he's not going to be in it, and they filmed that one scene, they had to pay him out like $10 million.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm. Wow. So wait. But was that though because they breached the contract or because?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You would think.
Plus, he has a small role in it. Apparently, I don't know. Did you hear they trying to get Mads Mikkelsen?
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
To replace him.
What is he going to do?
What about Colin Farrell? He played him in the first movie.
Because what happened in the first one, he did like the Mission Impossible. Like,
the mask. I think it's like a magic mask.
Yeah, like a magic mask. Are they going to do the same shit? Like Johnny Depp will be like...
That was annoying. I liked seeing Colin Farrell in it.
He was actually good. Colin Farrell was pretty good. Wasn't he Ezra Miller's dad? Was that the story? something? The Flash?
Yeah, I know who Ezra Miller is. I'm just saying I don't remember. It was so forgettable.
No, I'm just trying to remember.
Is
who
Ezra
he
Miller?
played.
Is Ezra Miller going to be?
Ezra
Miller going to be bloody cancelled next? Is he going to be taken out of it?
What, for being Johnny Depp's son in Fantastic
Nah, remember he
Beasts?
pushed that girl over
In the movie or in real life?
In real life.
Oh, he did, didn't he? That was a big thing. Yeah, he seems a bit. Yeah, I don't know about. Honestly, some of these celebrities, it's pretty.
And you know Annie Muschietti.
Who?
Annie Muschietti.
From?
He directed the first 2 It films. Well, the only two. It films.
Gotcha.
He's directing the Flash film.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting.
I think he's a great choice.
I think he's good.
Second one isn't great,
I'm
but the
surprised
first
he directed
one's great.
It 1 and 2, just because they seem so different.
Yeah.
They seem like they have different directors, but
I really like Muschietti. I think he's really cool. He's like, I think he's Italian. So.
I love spaghetti.
But like us, it's
With
like what about the Flash
bolognese,
movie? He was doing. I think he's Italian. So forgive me, but they were doing the It 2 press tour, and they're like, "Tell us about Flash." He's like, "So it." He like completely. He joked. It's like, It 2, yes, it's good because it was like hell. It was heavily rumored he was going to do it.
Oh, I see.
They couldn't say anything.
They were trying to get bait.
Like, so what about the Flash? And he's like, It.
Did you say it too?
Yeah, It. I think he's like.
You say Bill Hader. I'll tell you all about Bill Hader.
I think he's like French or Italian, something like that.
Well, I don't know what accent I did.
I think he kind of hated Bill.
Bill Hader?
Yeah, apparently Bill.
Because he's too funny.
Nah, Bill would always like fucking make people laugh on set. He's like, Bill, you're supposed to be scared. Sorry if I'm butchering.
That's so funny.
I don't know where he's from, but I like him a lot. I think he's really cool.
That is hilarious. That's amazing. No, honestly, I'm excited for
actors make too much money.
I think you're right. I think that's right. I just think, how can you have
$10 million
Hollywood where they just make fucking $6 million from like selling a house is normal. Like, and you know probably why it sold for $6 million more than they bought it for? Because Ellen lived there. Like whoever bought it was like, oh my God, I want to buy Ellen's house. And fucking Johnny Depp gets paid $10 million for just, I don't fucking know, ripping a face mask off in a scene. Like what's he?
Oh my God, it's mad.
I don't know where they get the balls to pay these people such redonkulous amounts of money.
Is it the agents that like slowly negotiate prices later on when like say a season gets bigger, or like well if you want to use him this season you got to be like this?
Normally, so that's part of the reason that they do a lot of actors. If Hollywood, and I could be wrong on this, but a lot of actors, if Hollywood picks up a show and they hire actors who are not very famous, they'll give them 6-season contracts. And usually the contract does have written in that every season there's like a salary increase. Yeah. But part of the reason it's a 6-season contract is because if, say, for example, like a Chris Pratt starts Parks and Rec season 1 and by season 5, which is actually what happened, he's like this massive movie star. Then in the 6th season, even though he gets a salary increase, it's not like a movie star level increase. Do you get what I mean?
You think they did that with Breaking Bad?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Really?
Look, I don't know the specifics of Breaking Bad, but I would very much assume they did.
Shit. So they weren't even making bank in the final season?
No, they would have been making a lot of money. They would have been making money.
A lot though?
Well, look, Breaking Bad is different. I will say Breaking Bad's different just because it's not a traditional network show. I'm talking about like network 22 episode shows that are pretty guaranteed to get renewed. I mean, Breaking Bad, I would be surprised if that was ever on the brink of cancellation, but
I think it was.
Look, I mean, maybe in the early seasons, but
I think in season 2 it nearly got cancelled.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time it picked up 3, 4, 5, I don't think there was ever any question that was getting cancelled. And so I feel like maybe they would have done multi-season deals, because that's the thing with multi-season deals. Look, you would be a fool as an actor not to take a multi-season deal that doesn't have a salary increase. But if you go and star in like 3 different blockbuster Hollywood films, and now you're still getting this shitty, network actor compensation, which I mean is not shitty. They make insane money, but compared to what you're making doing movies, now you're like, fuck, what have I done?
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened with Jason Segel in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Because he did quite a few movies. He was a bit of a movie star, but he was still in How I Met Your Mother. And so he was so there was a lot of rumors in like the last for like the last 2 or 3 seasons, it kept saying Jason Segel might not come back for How I Met Your Mother. Jason Segel might not come back. So he obviously every season was like, I don't want to do it for this shitty fucking TV, salary.
Yeah.
And they obviously offered him enough, cash in the bag to keep coming back. But
just stay, Jason.
Jason, come on, we need you.
I never watched it actually, so I can't judge his performance. I'm sure he was great.
He's probably my favorite of the show.
What's his name again?
Marshall in the show. His name is Marshall. Yeah.
Mathers.
Yeah, a little bit like that. But yeah, no. Hollywood is a bit of.
Remember when Aiden watched How I Met Your Mother? It was just all I heard for fucking 3 months was about How I Met Your Mother.
And then the moment it ended, fucking silence.
He told me at the end when he finished, he's like, you should slow watch. I'm like, bro,
After he finished it.
I think I have watched it. You fucking would not. I'm serious. He would not stop.
He would tell
talking about
everything.
He would tell jokes about it. He would like walking every day and be like, I watched the best episode last night. He would not stop talking about it. He ruined every even I know jokes from the show and I never watched it. The pineapple, the slap.
Yeah.
There's a fucking trombone or something.
Oh yeah.
There's a girl
French
in a red dress.
Yeah.
I know jokes
from a show you haven't even watched.
There's like 5 slaps and they're randomly in different seasons.
I gotta say,
there's like a pineapple gap that isn't explained until it's like, wait, so the pineapple doesn't get explained until the final season or some shit. How do I know this? I've never watched the show. Because Aiden, he would tell me every fucking thing about it. I will say, I did have some good like sitcom gags, but on the substance of it, especially looking back, not necessarily great. I mean, a character like Barney, I remember I told you how sleazy Barney was. Yeah, I don't think that would ever make it on TV. Better. Yeah, I don't think that ages very well, frankly. But it's fascinating, that show, and frankly, that show, because the debacle of that show, they planned the ending. In the first season, they planned the ending. And so at the beginning of season 2, they filmed the ending with the kids. Doesn't make sense because they get older and then in one scene they're young again.
No. Every season after season 1, they use the same footage from season 1 of the kids. Yeah, so the kids, cool. Because in the story of the show,
how the fuck would you write that around?
In the story of the show, it's just one night where the dad is saying, "This is how I met your mother."
Yeah.
And so even in like season 7 and 8,
because she's dying or because she's dead. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
You're obviously smarter than the writers were, but basically.
Oh, I guess not then.
No. You guessed right, is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
But basically, even in like season 7 and 8, they're using footage from season 1 that they shot in season 1.
That's crazy.
So they knew when they filmed season 1 that they couldn't keep filming the kids, because every week they would film like new like reactions from the kids, like or like in season 1 the kids would talk back a lot. But in season 7, there are episodes where they don't even show the kids, or like there'd be like one half shot of the kids. But anyway, they knew they wouldn't be able to keep filming the kids forever because they would grow up. So at the beginning of season 2, they got the kids in and they filmed the finale. Like literally what you see in the very last episode, they filmed it. They filmed that like in 2006. And the show ended in 2015, so nearly 10 years before.
That's crazy.
Nearly 10 years before the show was supposed to finish.
Sorry, the video quality drops heaps.
Nah, it was all filmed on HD cameras, surprisingly, considering it was 2005. That must have. Well, it was on CBS. CBS is one of the biggest networks, so they must have had HD cameras back in those days. But
what about that gag where it's like, I hit puberty on this couch? Was that just a joke?
That was a joke. That was a promo. That was a joke. They did a promo, I think, for the last season, and they got the actors in all grown up, and they did like a gag for a trailer as if they had been sitting there for actually 8 years, So it was actually a funny gag. But
how can you tell, how many seasons was it?
9.
How can you tell 9 seasons of content in one night?
That was the joke. That's the joke of the promo, was that they were like,
how can you possibly do that?
They were like, and
it's a 22 episode season, I presume.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? So much of the show,
it doesn't make any sense.
So much of the show is about Ted just banging a bunch of different broads. And
a lovely thing to tell your kids.
And it's like,
is this going to be her in season 3? Nah, you got a while yet.
I got a whole.
Is this her?
I got a whole fucking, Cinco de Mayo parade of birds to fucking doink until we get to your mum. But anyway, so they filmed the ending, and then you know, obviously when it actually ended, fans didn't like it because, of course, you can't fucking plan an ending 10 years before the show ends.
So it felt a bit out of place.
And expect it to be fucking... Yeah, well, it was like the story had obviously changed. They had obviously changed their plans somewhere along the way, which is completely normal. That's how you do it. But they felt like they had to finish it the way they filmed it originally. It's like, that's just dumb. You're never gonna...
Dude, American sitcoms are so weird. Like, you know, like the last, I think it's 2 seasons of The Office. Mm-hmm. There's like no Michael Scott.
Yeah, no, what's his name? Not Ben Stiller, fucking Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell, yeah.
He's donezo.
You know, networks, they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, we'll still do it.
They don't care when it's time for the show to end.
Yeah, legit. Say, oh, it makes money.
Is it still making money? Let's do it, you know?
That's when I stopped watching.
I got to say, that's what I respect about Scrubs for saying, we don't care if you're going to renew us. We'll just end the show. And then they ended it with season 8. And ABC was like, ABC was like, oh, well, we'll renew you anyway. And they were like, fine, do it.
And why does that come back?
Fucking money bags, bro.
True.
Again, his contract would have been up. He had said...
Should have stayed home with Florence.
Well, yeah. Bro, Florence was probably like... I think Florence would have been like 15 when Scrubs finished.
Aren't they like hell different in age?
Yeah, Florence is like 23 and Zach's 44. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Zach Braff is dating a girl 20 years his junior. Florence Pugh, I think. Pugh. I don't think it's Florence Pooh.
Florence Beautiful.
Oh. If it doesn't work out with Zach Florence, then this man is available.
Well, I am 22, so it's okay. I like older girls.
Maybe she could try dating someone younger than her for once. That'd be interesting.
She wishes.
It is a bit weird. I remember there was all these stories about coming out. Oh, she's dating this guy super old. I don't think it matters that much, personally. I think it's okay, but
I'm sure they're happy together in their little apartment in New York City. Bruh. Nothing illegal going on there.
Well, she is over 21, so they could be drinking, they could be fucking, they could be doing all sorts. I mean, I'm sure they are. Don't get it twisted, you know?
Out of context for all off.
So I wanted to tell you this little story. So I don't want to get into politics today.
Oh my God.
I want to tell you a little story because last episode we talked about.
You having a good time?
No.
No. This is a funny story. You'll like this. Dixon Bowl.
You having a good time?
Last episode we talked about all the president's pets. We talked about how Trump was famously one of the only presidents ever to just have literally no pets. Yeah. You can even have a fucking goldfish. You could just at least have like a parrot. You know what I mean? Like a little pirate parrot. Yeah, like pirates. You know what I mean? Trump would love it. Dude, Trump is like he is such a good stand-up. Like he would do so well with a fucking little parrot on his shoulder. He'd be like,
close the borders.
Yeah. He'd be like, hey, what's that? Yeah, the Democrats do suck.
Joe Biden's sloppy.
Literally, like he would do great with that. But anyway, so he famously or infamously, I suppose, does not have a pet. But I saw a reminder on Twitter that Mike Pence, Trump's outgoing VP, so not going to be VP for very longer, has a rabbit. Marlon Bundo.
Like Marlon Brando.
Yes, exactly. Marlon Bundo is the name of Mike Pence's rabbit. And it's a real cute little guy. I don't know. I think it's a guy. Cute. But yeah, so this is Mike Pence's little rabbit. Marlon, I think Marlon Bundo is a pretty decent name for a fucking rabbit. I love
it. Visited the White House for the first time on May 9th, 2017.
And this is crazy. There's an actual Wikipedia page for fucking Marlon Bundo. Like what? Bundo was initially adopted for a film project by Pence's daughter, Charlotte Pence, during her freshman year. His name was Pence's daughter, a film student? My goodness.
Uh-oh. You having a good time?
His name is a pun on actor Marlon Brando. Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Are you serious?
This has added a whole new dimension.
Wait, are you serious right now?
Bruh.
Chosen after Bundo's previous owner said, make me an offer when Pence asked about his price. Oh, okay. So.
Oh my God, it was the first rabbit to travel on Air Force 2. Wait, so has a rabbit traveled on Air Force 1? Wait, what? So that means
he is the first rabbit to travel on Air Force 2.
what about Air Force One? Does that mean a rabbit's traveled on it?
But has Marlon Bundo ever traveled on Air Force One? Maybe no rabbit has ever traveled on Air Force
That's what
One.
I mean. Like, surely. So does the vice president take Air Force 2?
Yeah. So the vice president. Well, here's how I think.
Do they really need two planes?
I think. I know, literally. I think the vice president takes Air Force One if he's traveling with the president.
Right.
And if he's traveling on his own, he takes Air Force 2. I don't think they take two separate airplanes to the same place. Although maybe they do. Actually, maybe they do because they like in case one of them dies, it means the other one. Do you get what I mean?
No. That's what they do with football teams.
What, they keep one person in case someone die. They all die.
Nah, Mitchell was telling me they have a completely like team ready. Say if like the Eagles all died in a massive plane crash, they have a team
like a Homer at the bat where they Homer at bat.
Well, that's kind of Burnsy trying to win, but you know,
but
like,
all the team players.
Well, they all just accidentally
get into like
That's such a great episode. That's one of my favorites.
I watched it like a few days ago.
Such a great episode. Dude, that like original song at the end is so good.
So it says here. It says here Marlon Bundo has a popular Instagram account. I'm not sure if that's going to open it.
I don't think you open Instagram when you're not signed in.
Bundo Marlon. The rabbit Marlon Bundo was named after Marlon blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's an Australian Shepherd. Other pets owned by the second couple include an Australian Shepherd. Oh, okay. So Pence has an Australian in the White House. That's nice to hear. It's nice to hear there's an Aussie.
I got like a blister today. It was the what? Not a blister. I got a splinter today. I was throwing like this thing in it. It's a plastic splinter. I've never gotten a plastic splinter before.
A plastic splinter?
Yeah, you can get metal splinters and plastic splinters and wood splinters.
What did you get a plastic splinter
I
from?
go to his fucking house
Were you
and take out.
condom, or?
What? That's latex.
Oh yeah.
It's not really plastic, is it?
I thought it would work for the joke, but
sorry, it was great.
I disagree.
I had to go to work and take out this bathroom, and there was this old it was like in a trailer park, but it was like a house that's been built on a trailer park. I had to take out the bathroom, and there was this old ass shower. I took it out, and it was made of fiberglass, which is mostly made out of plastic and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I had to like literally tear it off the wall, cut it in half to get it through the door because the door was so small, and put it on my van and drive to that bloody trash place just down there, which I can't say.
Yeah.
And throw it into the skip, the rubbish part. And as I threw it, it like dug into my finger and it fucking kills. And it's so far into my skin. And because fiberglass is the kind of color of my skin, I can't see it. So I've tried to dig it out all day, making like a pretty big wound in my finger. So happy days. As if today couldn't get any worse. I've had literally the worst day. I don't know if you can tell in my voice.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Conor.
That's okay. I got many blows today. Oh well.
If it makes you feel better, Marlon Bundo has released 2 books. So one of them is called Marlon Bundo's A Day in the Life of the Vice President. It was actually written by John Oliver. And one of them is called A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo. So there's two books about Marlon Bundo, which hopefully, if you're lucky, you'll be able to read and they'll make you feel better.
Thank you.
What is your next thing you have to bring up? Tell us about these photos.
I got this cool idea because I'm going to be finally, after putting it off for so long and doing a bit of it in 2019, I really do, by the end of this year, want to get on top of my room and make it a really cool place, like creatively. And thank you, Dan. Thank you. Creatively, I want to repaint all the walls, which means I'm going to have to take down everything in my room. Not all of the...
Wow, the Polaroids.
Including the Polaroids, They'll go back up and they'll have to go back in order. It's going to be such a bitch.
Damn, you're going to take a Polaroid of the Polaroid wall?
No, you can't. Because if you take a picture of the Polaroid wall, it like the reflection bounces off and it hits the camera and it never looks good.
Okay.
That's why you can't take photos in the mirror of it. It just goes like... it's terrible.
Yeah, good point.
So I have to take a picture before I take them down. But yeah, I've got about, I think, nearly 300, maybe just over 300 Polaroids on my wall in 3 different spots around my room. If you watch my videos, you've seen them. So I have to take them down and paint over it. But yeah, I want to do my room up, but part of the thing I want to do is have like sections in my room for like memories and stuff. And what I want to do is from 2015 onwards, make little photo albums of just the years gone by. We love physical media, as we always say.
Yeah, of course.
I love taking the Polaroids, but I do have stacks of photos, which I've always just wanted to have a physical copy of. So at the moment, I'm in the mix of going through my laptop and my phone and previous phones to find photos of stuff. And I went
print out.
Well, originally I was just going to go 2016 onwards. That's the year I graduated. I felt that was like when my life kind of restarted to begin.
Yeah, right, sure.
But when I went on my laptop, I noticed I had a lot of content from 2015. I was like, I can't not print them out.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool.
Well, 15 is like a good place to start because it's like a 15 and it's 20 now. So that's 5 years. And next year will be the 6th year. Yeah. So depending on how many photos I've got, because I've got a lot I want to use, I might have to have like 2 booklets for 1 year, maybe even 3 for some. But I just want to have like copies of these photos, and I want to have them in order of when they were taken. So that's going to be more difficult. So I'm going to have to take them, get them printed. I'm going to have to eventually get all these files and buy enough of them. And also I'm going to have to put them in order as well as I can.
Oof.
But I'm very excited for them. I'm just excited because I want for mostly for the future for like, my kids to go through it, but also I would, if people would come in my room, they can be like, oh, I'll check it out and go through photos. It'd be nice for you to see it. There's heaps of Dan.
I think it's cute. I think it's amazing.
That's why I said to you today in the episode, I have like photos of like Dan going way back.
Absolutely. And I'm sure a lot of those I would smile and cringe at the same time.
Yeah. A lot of them will never make it to air.
And you know what? They shouldn't. There should be some that are just personal.
I want to do a video about it, but I won't show everything that I'm going to be putting in these books because some I can't. It's weird. I have stuff of like girls I used to see and people I don't talk to anymore. And I'm like, I'm sure some people who see it will be like, why'd you print that out? That's just like a bad memory. But to me, it's like, well, that was history. It's history right there. Do you understand?
It damn right is.
So I'm not going to go overboard with the people I don't really talk too much anymore.
Yeah.
Or have seen in the books, but I do have some that I want to use. Because again, it happened and I'm kind of against it feeling like it didn't. I don't want to be that kind of guy. It's like, oh, no, it never happened. It did happen. So it's a big project. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Now, what I've been doing, which is a thing not helping, is I've been going through my laptop and that's 2017, that's 2018, that's 19, that's 16, that's 15, that's 20. Like I'm like, why don't I just tackle 1 year at a time? So at the moment, I'm going to be doing 2015. I was doing it last night, going through my laptop, but I couldn't help just sneaking forward between years and being like, oh, this happened. I sent a couple of photos to you.
That's nice. Yeah, you did.
I sent quite a few different people.
Yeah.
I got I saw one of like Luke, who I went to school with, a good friend of mine who I don't see much, and I sent him the photo. I found a really old one of me and Mitch from like the year 9 camp, I think. Some old ones of Aiden. So I do want to just get a physical copy of something, and I think I love that, and I just want to have it for the future. And then I think once I've caught up, I want to have them done by the end of this year so I can like seal off the 2020 book and be like, hey, they're all done from 2015 to 2020. And I'm going to say every 3 months, I'm going to just restock a new year. Yeah. So every 3 months I can be like, because I'm getting my new iPhone soon. It's going to have a great camera on it. I want to take more photos. I want to post more photos. I want to get more. And I really just want to utilize the stuff that I've got because I feel like, life is precious and I love looking back on photos and videos, but I feel more nostalgic looking over photos, I think, because I feel like that's just a sealed memory and I want to just get an actual log of them. So I'm sure you'll have fun going through them once I finish them. There's gonna be like I think I'm gonna print off at least 300 to 400 pictures. But that's 5 years, awesome. So
I think that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
This is something I really want to get for the same sort of reason. Is this Polaroid? Sorry, I was listening to what you were saying, and I think that's really exciting. This is something I want to get, which is the actual like Polaroid camera, if that makes sense. It's pretty similar to what you have, but it does like the square. They come out.
Well, that's an actual Polaroid.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is what? What's yours? Fujifilm? Yeah. So this is the brand Polaroid is more what I'm saying. But yeah, I really want to get this just because it looks so cool and like same as yours. You know, it'd just be cool to have that. And one thing that was really interesting, I was looking at you can get some of these refurbished models, which is insane. They're very expensive though. But I was looking at I was in JB Hi-Fi the other day and I looked at the film that they have, and I don't know if they have the same for Fuji, but for these Polaroids they have black. They have like regular film to put in and use it, but they also have like actual black and white film.
Yeah, mine has that.
So you can do just black and white photos, and I thought that's such a cool.
Yeah, I might.
Like, even if just for a few shots.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them. I got a load for my 22nd, so I've got about I think I've got like 40, 50 at home that I haven't used. And
of just black and white ones?
No, I don't believe it actually. I've actually got it on me. I'm not even kidding.
Are you talking about actual black and white ones?
I've literally got it on me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because I packed it for your party and I took a few.
Oh, that's funny.
But that was when we were outside and it was just like 3 of us.
That's
like,
the thing.
So this is my one.
Yeah,
I got 6 here. I think I got like 40 at home. So I got like 46, sorry.
Yeah, cool.
To use. And this was like $100, but I bought this like 3 years ago.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Like literally, like I bought it. There you go. I've been wanting to take more, but you know what? Because I'm so apprehensive of taking them down, I've got like 30, which I haven't put on my wall yet because I'm apprehensive. Because I'm like, I have to take them down in a few weeks to get them painted. We'll get the wall painted again. So I might just hold back on everyone I take from now on because I'm going to put them back on. But yeah, it's I've been trying to get more hobbies. Despite not having a good day today, I have been feeling very happy lately.
That is good.
I just had a shitty day, I think, and then but I'm allowed to feel a bit down.
No, you're allowed to have a shitty day, of course. That happens, man. That's normal.
In truth, I've been feeling very happy about stuff, and even doing little hobbies like that. And there's a few books I want to read, and I'm waiting for my iPhone to arrive so I can film my next video.
Flex.
But I've been like kind of it's meant to arrive this week at some point. It was meant to arrive either tomorrow to Friday. So today's Wednesday. So it's either tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, cool.
I've got a weird feeling it's not going to come this week. Like I haven't gotten any emails or anything since I've ordered it.
Yeah, I know just because I recently bought Kaylee AirPods for her birthday, which was in September, and they were quite delayed. Not by that much. It wasn't delayed by like more than like a week and a half, but it was definitely delayed, and they weren't very good at giving me updates and all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've talking to this girl who works at Telstra at the moment, and she said that their shipping days is like the 22nd of November.
Oof,
I ordered the gold one, which apparently is like one of the rarest ones. So it's surprising when they said 10 to 13th.
Yeah.
10 to 13th it's going to arrive. I'm like, why the fuck would you show it to me if I can't have it? Like,
I know it's annoying.
Don't tell me if it's going to come then, because now I'm excited every day. I don't get any emails or anything. Every day I'm like, Mom, did it come? She's like, nah, it didn't. I'm like, fuck.
Bruh. That's the worst. That is annoying.
But yeah, that's my iPhone thing I wanted to say. But yeah, I'm waiting for my iPhone to arrive so I can shoot my next video, because I want to do like a video on like it arriving and the idea of like something really cool coming out that you worked hard for. But also I just want to be like, let's do like a 3-minute segment just using the camera and be like, let's see how it compares to my DSLR.
Man, it is a fucking cool ass camera.
Yeah.
I was even taking photos today on my iPhone 11 Pro, and like I take a lot of photos on my phone, and I think I don't. This is gonna sound like the most fucking Gen Z millennial shit I've ever said in my life, but I don't think I appreciate all the photos I take on my phone because I don't really post them anywhere. Like, which I know shouldn't make you appreciate them more. Like I do look at my photos, but I genuinely, and I think you do this as well, I just take photos because I like to have photos of like nice.
Well, I love asking you like the night after and being like,
oh, it's amazing. The next day.
Please, Dan.
Yeah, can we go through the photos we took? I just love taking photos, and I just love taking it for me. And I don't post them enough, but I think like today,
I didn't take any photos on Saturday.
I know. I took what on Saturday at the Halloween party.
No,
at your house.
At Liv's.
Oh, at Liv's.
I just thought we looked good.
I thought we did look good. Yeah.
So
But anyway, I take all these photos and I don't really post them as much. But today I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, where was that?
It was at National Park. I think John Forest National Park.
When the fuck did you go there?
Dude, it was way out. It was at work, actually. I took someone I'm working with is like also working on photography. So we went out and I was showing him how to use the camera. It was a really nice day. And I was like, can you take a photo of me?
Okay.
And then he did. And then, no, it was good. I was like, here's how you should frame it. Here's how you should, I'll be your subject, you know?
I'll frame this.
And so it was very,
Like,
it was a very nice experience. And I think he appreciated it.
Look, even that, like, it's instantly, you know, it's called Insta Fuji for a reason.
It looks beautiful.
It looks really cool.
I love that.
When my dad saw me, he was like, "Oh, they're not great quality, are they?" I'm like, "That's the point."
No, I think they're actually pretty decent. I don't know what the quality.
I just love the idea that one day, not all of them. I think I have to take maybe 10% out for reasons I'd rather not discuss.
Not safe for work reasons.
But one day I do just want to chuck them all in a shoebox and be like, I look at them. I know I fixate on my kids watching this stuff and
like a time capsule.
Yeah, they probably won't even give a shit. But I really like that stuff. So,
but just back to your phone though, like I was taking photos today and like looking back on my iPhone 11 Pro photos. Whenever I go back and like even just put like a little bit of editing into the photos, I look at this photo and I'm like, this looks insane. And that's my phone like that came out a year before the new one you have. And I know I'm not trying to shit on you here, but like they haven't improved it that much, but it is a bit better than the one I have. So like your camera is going to be
sounds
insane.
like something someone would say who hasn't got the 12
No,
Pro
I'm serious though. Your camera is going to be insane. Yours is going to be so fucking cool. So yeah, it's a hard one. Hey, when the cameras are so good that you're like, do I even need my
Is your 11 Pro
DSLR anymore?
Dolby?
No, my 11 Pro doesn't have Dolby Vision. So you've got that fucking HDR shit. You know, you got the hot new shit, my man.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm excited for it to come.
It's crazy though.
If
like
it
the
does,
video
who
quality.
knows?
No, but the video quality is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, again, look, the video and photos on mine is good, but like the video and photo on the new one, it's amazing. And it gets to the point where you're like, do you even need a DSLR?
I know. That's why I want to make the video. Because I'm going to be like, I personally don't care how great this phone's going to be. I will always use a DSLR. But I agree. I'm certainly going to use my phone a lot more than I have with this geezer.
Absolutely.
I fucked the mic up on this one because I was in the Gold Coast once, not with you. I was in the Gold Coast. I got drunk with Mitchell, and for some reason there was like I was drunk. I was like, oh, I'm just going to run a bath because I wanted to go in a bath, and then I was kind of like flexing, like, oh look, Mitch, it's waterproof, and I put my phone in the water. I was wearing clothes, by the way. This is before I hopped in. And I was like filming a Snapchat going like, yeah, first night on the Gold Coast, this is crazy. And then like,
I remember that Snapchat.
My phone for a solid like 2 hours would not turn on. It made a weird beeping noise. Like I thought I fucked it. It's my first night on the Gold Coast. And I was like, I can't afford to get this fixed. Like I bought like $600 on the trip and that had to last me like all week. So I can't fix this. I shat myself. But from there on out, whenever I record on here, the mic has just not been. Still, my vibration doesn't work very well. So, yeah. It is waterproof, but I wouldn't put it in hot, soapy water like I did.
Not a great idea necessarily.
Nah, in hindsight, I was a bit fucking stupid, to be honest.
Nah, I used to do that shit as well. That's how I fucking broke my old phone, if you recall.
Isn't it weird, though? Like, you feel like it is...
I think it is. And actually, by the way, your new phone is a lot more waterproof than
I still don't think I'll like.
But it's risky. No, but I think I've learned my lesson too. And I think
Do you think it was just the impact of the water?
My one?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, I think
it was. It's great footage. We've got the footage.
It's hilarious footage. But so I jumped into the water, into a pool with my phone, but I didn't just jump. Like I didn't jump into.
Like we fell backwards. It was me.
The thing is, okay, I genuinely think if I had like,
we went.
If I had like, and I think this is, I honestly think this is what
this is how
waterproofing is made for. I think if I was like pushed into the water, or if I jumped in and I had forgotten that I had my phone in my pocket, I honestly think my phone would have survived. But basically, I was filming myself like this with my phone, and I fell back, And even though I kind of broke the water with our bodies, I do think the phone just got a massive slap in the face.
Yeah, that was it. The barriers broke.
And it was just, I still have that phone in there. And I turned it on the other day. I actually charged it. And like the screen came on for a little bit, but it's just the screen is flickery. So
yeah, it was all grey and shit. Yeah, it was. But that was a weird
I still
day.
to this day think that phone is not fully broken. It's just the screen is just a bit detached from the.
We were so zoinked. We'd all been on a beer bus.
Yeah.
Beer cycle, which was so fun. But we were zoinked. We went on bikes, which is the one thing I promised my parents I wouldn't do.
We were completely fucked up.
We went on literally riding around. The footage of that's amazing.
Yeah.
The
footage is insane.
When I'm like holding my phone going, whoa, like shit, man.
That is amazing.
The footage is amazing, but you know how dangerous. That's the one thing, by the way, if you get like life or travel insurance in Bali, that's the one thing it doesn't cover.
Really?
Because it happens
if you
so
fall
much.
off a motorbike?
Yeah, well, because crashes happen so much on the bikes.
Wow.
I know Bali's closed now for probably years, but this will relate to the Brits. I know the Brits like Bali a bit more now. But
yeah. Well, not now, but
yeah, you can't go anymore. But yeah, you know, the one thing my parents made me swear I wouldn't do was go on bikes. But I was like, we were just zoinked.
We were so drunk, and
we'd had like 8 pints or something. And that's the night you broke your iPhone. We went back to our hotel for some reason. And then we all went to someone else's hotel, and then we went back to our place. It was like 6 p.m. and then we crashed, woke up at like 10 or something, and then couldn't get back to sleep. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is with all that waterproof shit, like you really don't need it that much. It's more of a gimmick than it is really useful. It's most useful for like if you get pushed in the pool or if you jump in the pool and you're like, oh fuck, I left my phone in my pocket, whatever. That's where it's most useful.
I used to swim with this, man. I used to get footage of me swimming in the ocean.
I've done that as well, and I actually do think I think it works for that. But I just think that I also think you and I both like to. I still wear my phone with no cover or anything, and I know you will probably wear your new one with no cover. And when you do that, even if you get a tiny little crack, that's how the water gets in, man, and that breaks the waterproofing.
That's the thing. This is crap, but it didn't crack for like 2 years.
Let's compare this. So we've got. On the front, on the front, we're both fine. We're both absolutely fine on the front. But then on the back, how as cracked as yours on the back?
Badly, very badly.
Yeah, mine's pretty bad. Well, actually, yours is worse than mine, actually. Now
I was wearing shorts and I went to put it in my pocket at work and it just missed it completely. And then
I haven't looked at that. So yours is actually
on its corner.
Yours is actually more cracked than mine. I thought mine was worse than yours, but yeah, yours is definitely worse than mine. Mine's actually not that bad. I think I
don't think I'm going to use a case, but again, that girl I'm talking to who works at the phone shop was like, you need to put a case on it. I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, I've had the newest iPhone 11 Pro. I don't mean to fucking brag it, but I have the newest iPhone 11 Pro for over a year now because I got it over a year ago, and I'm still walking around. It's cracked on the back a little bit, but I still don't use a case and fucking no problem. I've had literally no issues.
Well, I asked her like how much is Apple Care, and she was like $70 a month or something like that. Ridiculous.
What is that? What they charge?
I don't know. I might go.
You can buy from Apple.
Yeah.
Just a one-time payment, Apple Care Plus.
I might buy with my phone provider. I might just buy a warranty.
That one works decent because you can turn that on and off whenever you want.
Yeah, because
the Apple Care,
I don't mind paying like a $20 fee a month or something like that.
I don't remember exactly what I paid. I think I paid like maybe a couple $100, like 200. So I don't know exactly what it was.
It's nice to know I can do it and it won't cost me an arm and a leg.
Let me check. Apple Care.
How can they fix iPhones that have just come out? How have they got the new screens and stuff? That doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Well, how do they know? Because this iPhone has just come out. How they got all the things to fix it with? Unless you go to Apple.
Yes, that's what the Apple Care Plus is. It gives you the Apple.
Shit, I wonder how much it would be to replace the screen of a new iPhone. Probably like $400
Where
or
does it
something.
say the cost? How to buy? On your device, online, Apple Store, information. It doesn't say how much. Oh, no, here we go. Hold on, sorry.
I was going to get this fixed, but I was like, fuck it.
I'm going to get mine fixed only because I do have Apple Care Plus, and with Apple Care Plus, you get two replacements, not for free, but for, again, I think I've said it before. It's going to cost me like $150 to get this replaced. $150, bro. Normally it costs like $400, if not like $500, $600 to get a phone, just even the screen replaced. If you want to get the phone replaced, that's like $900. I could get my entire phone replaced for $150. If it was the front screen, it's kind of annoying that it was the back screen because the front screen only costs like $45 to get replaced.
And how much do you pay each month for Apple Care though?
No, you just buy it. You just buy it.
How much is
well,
it?
if you buy it from Apple, I'm checking now. If you buy it from Apple, you get it.
Wait, you just have it for life?
No, you have it for 2 years. So as far as I understand, you
it's
have...
probably worth getting.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you can't get the price.
And you can just bring in your device and be like, it's my phone, it happened, I've got this though. And it.
Yeah, no, so basically what I've been thinking of doing, and I think I might wait till next year just because I don't think I'll need to get my phone replaced because like I just showed, it's not a big crack.
Does it cover all Apple products?
You get it per product. So I got Apple Care Plus specifically for my AirPods and I got it specifically for my iPhone.
Oh, like there she is.
But I don't have it for my computer.
Oh, you can buy it on JB Hi-Fi.
The other day I did see some Apple Care Plus cards.
So maybe for iPhone 12.
What's that?
Apple Care for iPhone 12.
Where does it say that?
Go up.
Oh. I ain't seeing nothing.
Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know. The other day I saw I was in JB Hi-Fi.
I don't know. Some of those cases are quite cool. I might rock one.
That's the thing. Sometimes they are kind of cool. The coolest thing I think for the new
you love that wallet, don't you?
I love that wallet, man. That wallet's fucking cool, bro.
That's if mine ever arrives.
How
much are my AirPods now?
Your AirPods are without the. Does yours wireless charge? Oh no, I know this because I just bought them for Kaylee. They're like
mine were $250 when I bought them. How are they still the same price?
Yeah, they are $250. Do
they not?
Yeah, they are $250. That's crazy.
At least drop them to $200.
Nah, bro.
These fucking bastards.
You can probably get deals on like that website like Kogan or whatever.
This girl, I matched this girl on Bumble, and we talk a fair bit here and there. But she put on a story the other day selling AirPods. She was like, "Oh, this is brilliant. I need some," and I know her. And then she's like, "Yeah, come grab them next day." I'm like, "That sounds fucking great. How much?" She's like, $200. I'm like, "Oh hell yeah." No, she said $250. And I was like,
"You gonna sell them secondhand for $250?"
And then she said they're first gen. And I said,
bro, you can buy second gen.
Are you trying to con me?
You can buy second gen for fucking $200, bro.
That's what I said. I was like, you can buy new second gen. She's like, no, you can't. I'm like, you think? Yeah, I definitely know you can.
Here we go. Okay,
is it French price?
In Australia, it's like anywhere between $200 and $300 is what I'll say.
Probably worth it.
And it lasts for 2 years. Look, it lasts for 2 years. That's pretty good if you ask me. And that's the thing is that you get 2 discounted replacements within 2 years. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to get my phone replaced now for $150, or not now, but maybe in January I'll get it replaced for $150. And then I have until November to see if it breaks. And if it does break, I can replace it for only $150. And then if I want to sell it on, I can sell it on. It'll be basically brand new. Because when they give you a replacement, it's like refurbished and everything. So it's like, it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. But then again, if you don't break your phone, then you've wasted like $300.
Yeah, but over.
Do you get what I mean? Like if you're.
No, for me.
No, it does. But
for me, it's that I can hold it and be like, okay, actually, I can.
Bro, you were just talking about buying a new pair of AirPods. If you don't spend $300 and you don't break your phone in 2 years, then that's an extra pair of AirPods you could buy with your phone, you know?
Yeah, but Dan, come on.
Look, I already broke my phone, so I know I'm
You got this.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm going to get my money's worth because I already fucking broke my phone, but I'm just saying I can understand some people who think that they're extra careful, or if you plan to be extra careful, maybe you don't need to get this Apple Care Plus shit, you know, because it's
I don't know. I like to know that I could not have a case.
That's literally exactly why I got it, because I was like, I'd rather wear it without a case, and then at least I know if I do crack it, I can get it replaced for free, or not for free. I can get it replaced for cheap.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
So that's the thing.
That is what I'm thinking.
Ever since I broke this, I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so worried. It's going to cost so much. Like, I know the only reason I haven't got around to fixing it is because I don't want to fucking make the trip to the Apple store. That's literally the only reason.
Lazy man.
Honestly, but actually what I think they do, if you get a replacement, this is actually pretty cool. I think what they do is they actually just straight up send you a new iPhone, and then you just send yours back. And as long as they receive yours, you get the cheaper price. Does that make sense? So they would just send me a new one. I could do the whole iCloud, like back the new one up and restore it and all that. And then I sent my old one back, and I would obviously unjailbreak it because they don't want to see any jailbreaks.
Oh, damn.
And then I would be all fine. Then I would be all good. Well, they'd open the box and they'd be like, "Hold on, something's off here. This phone's been jailbroken, hasn't it?"
I'm not doing that with my new phone. You won't. No way, blasé.
I'd never try to convince you, my friend.
Too late. I remember the day you told me. It's the day I lost you.
I actually love my jailbreak. I gotta say, I love it.
Can't say that.
It's a fucking great experience. It really makes the phone so much more fun and better. I actually would rather stay
What
on.
would Marcus say if he was here?
Look, I'm close. Look, I this new iOS.
Marquez,
what's
sorry.
the new one? Fucking 14. Is that the new one? iOS 14. Is that what it is now?
Yeah, I think so.
This new iOS 14 looks pretty cool. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool.
Well, you can't.
But I would rather have my jailbreak than iOS 14.
Can't have it, you simp.
Look, maybe iOS 15 will bring me around, but I'm more of a jailbreak man myself. Look, the thing is, when I do get a replacement iPhone, which I probably will get in January, I will have to undo the jailbreak, and I'll have to be on the new iOS anyway. Because I mean, they'll send it to me with the updated iOS, which will be kind of annoying. But
Oh, poor you.
I know I'm so sad. I get a whole brand new phone, even though it's last year's model. Just
get the 12 Pro already.
Just devastating. Yeah, I know. What am I doing? Well, I've technically paid off my current phone, so I could get the 12 Pro if I wanted to. But no, I'm gonna get the laptop instead. I'm gonna get the laptop. I'm gonna leave the 12. I'm gonna leave my iPhone for at least another year. If I'm completely honest, I'll probably keep this for another 2 years because it works totally fine.
Bruh.
Like I really have had no problems. I think I'll probably have mine as long as you've had that. You know, I don't see how. I don't know, man. I just don't see how in 2 years' time I'm gonna think this is
No way you've had that as long as I've had this.
No, I'm saying I probably will have
okay.
this phone as long as you've had that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'll probably only upgrade this by the time I've had it for as long as you had that, you know? Just because it's like, it's a fucking, they make these phones so good these days. I don't know how they do that shit, man. I don't know what kind of magic they have at Apple. It fucking blows my mind how they make these phones last so long. You know, Androids, like fucking shitty ass Androids, they'd last like a year, 2 years. Like they're so crap. iPhones last for years,
What's
man.
that awful one Aiden's got?
What, the Google one?
Ugh.
I think he has a Samsung now, but I know he had the Google one as well.
Sorry, I could not use it.
You know they only update those for like 2 years and then they stop updating them. iPhones you are updating for like 5 or 6 years.
I just love the design.
Oh man, it's so easy.
There's so much I love about it. You'd never see me not having one.
No, iPhone's Conor and Dan's the name, iPhone's the game. That's how it is. That's how it is in these parts. 4 Laughs an iPhone show, folks.
You excited for the pub tonight?
I am. Do you want to talk about these last couple of topics or leave them for next episode?
I'll quickly mention Sponge on the Run because I watched it.
The
I
new
know you
SpongeBob
haven't.
movie, SpongeBob 3.
Technically.
Did you watch SpongeBob 2?
No.
Interesting.
I never did. No, I never did. I wanted to. I never
funny.
did. I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
What's it called? Sponge out of water?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they only go out of water for the last like 20 minutes of the
Yeah,
movie.
you told me that.
Which I actually personally think is good because I don't like that 3D animation shit. It's like,
Well, you'll love this.
oh God, tell me about it.
I heard a lot of shit about it,
Okay.
and I was not as like upset as many people were about it.
Okay.
I think, is it great? No. Is it good? Yeah, I'd say it's good. I'd say it's worth a watch.
Okay, fair enough.
100%
Fair
worth
enough.
a watch. There's like, as like an old fan who thinks like the first 3 seasons are like a masterpiece,
Yeah.
it is a bit
I was very
upsetting to see how
telepath
the show's, well, not even a show, how it's like what it's like now.
Right.
You can really tell that
Such a
Steven
kids content.
really wouldn't have been happy with it. I really think he wouldn't, which is the most heartbreaking
shame.
thing, I think.
Yeah,
I
that's a
really
shame.
do think Steven would not have liked it at all.
Oof, Jesus.
The thing that struck me the most is like it's such a weird plot. I won't spoil it for you, but
Don't they like do the Scooby-Doo thing where they like become kids?
there's scene, yeah, it's kind of cheesy. They're at the end. There's a scene where like each character, you get to see how each character met SpongeBob, and they all just coincidentally happen to be at the same summer camp. Everyone but Eugene, obviously, because Eugene's
I think
older.
this is messing with my fucking SpongeBob lore right now. I
That's
don't
what I
like the
thought.
sound of this, but
It's weird though. The plot is so weird. Like again, I won't spoil anything, but it kind of begins with Plankton, and Plankton does something, and then the plot completely forgets about him, and there's a whole new enemy, and then right at the end of the third act starts, and then they're like, okay, Plankton's back, and Plankton kind of like, oh, I did this, I did that, and then like everyone's like, okay, who cares, whatever, we'll go help SpongeBob, and the whole plot, because the whole plot is like Gary goes missing. I won't say how or what happens.
Yeah.
The whole reason why they want Gary or Snails is just so strange and weird. And it's like, could you not have thought about something a bit more clever?
Oh.
It's very peculiar and strange. And I'm like, this is such a weird idea for a plot. Maybe for the odd episode, but for a movie, very weird. Like it was such a weird like plot. The reason why they needed Snails, which is very strange.
That's a shame. I think one thing that's so good about the early seasons of SpongeBob and that first movie too is fantastic, is that it had such a way of being dumb in like a smart way, if that makes sense. Like lowbrow comedy that they had obviously thought really hard about making funny.
Yeah.
Whereas I think and this is not just SpongeBob, a lot of kids shows these days just do such basic humor.
I know. I couldn't tell if I was just getting older though, because like there was stuff that happened in the movie, and I'm like, am I just older now and I don't find this funny because I'm older? But there was even like just stuff that like, stuff that like SpongeBob and Patrick do nowadays. And again, it might just be because I'm older, but I don't think so, because we watched the first couple of seasons and we love it. We're still like, this is fucking great and so funny and smart.
We could put an episode on like tonight and
literally
we'd be laughing. It's
like the humor's dumb, but it's so smart being dumb.
That's exactly
like,
what I'm saying.
It's so weird.
It's dumb humor, but you can tell they thought.
Yeah.
You can tell they went through drafts.
Yeah,
of that
legit.
dumb joke
There's
to make
just
it
jokes in here that are just like
perfectly funny.
Like one of the first scenes, like SpongeBob waking up and like he opens up his window and he's like, "Good morning, Patrick," and then Patrick comes and he's like, "Good morning, SpongeBob," and they proceed to do it like 5 more times. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, SpongeBob. And it keeps going. You're like, am I just getting older? It's just like really not smart. And of course, you're like, it's gonna cut the Squidward going, oh, those damn neighbors. Like, and it's like, it's so predictable.
Yeah.
There's one
and the thing is,
I hope you catch.
It's not even that.
No, there's like an Easter egg for quite an OG episode.
Oh, okay.
Which I hope you see when you watch it.
I do want to watch it actually.
It's hidden in the background of a shot.
It's
the only time I saw something OG though. I'm like, oh my god, look at this! It's. I can't say it, but I'm like, oh my god, look at this! Like,
it sounds
it was so cool.
Things like that. It sounds like a joke like that. It's not even necessarily bad, but it's like what you're saying about the SpongeBob Patrick. That's like kind of funny the first time, but they did that in like the very first, like, do you know what I mean? That's like the oldest gag, and they've done it, and so it's like now it's not funny anymore. You can't do a gag that you've done.
I know it didn't. It generally, like, I had a couple of chuckles, like general chuckles, but like with stuff and jokes. But I didn't laugh as much as I would with like a previous season that we would watch, like a 1 to 3. There's like random guest stars, actual live action guest stars. It's kind of just like one huge A-lister, one huge A-lister.
I saw
huge A-lister.
I saw Keanu Reeves was they put him in the trailer. So.
He's in it. He's in it a lot more than I thought. He's called Sage. He's pretty cool.
But you're right. He's straight up live action. He's not even.
It's live action. Yeah. There's a whole scene of live action in it, and it's like, this is a bit weird.
See, I feel like they did David Hasselhoff so well in the first movie.
That's so brilliant.
Because, and again, I just think what's so good
that
is
sent
like
me as a kid.
Kids wouldn't really even know why that's cool. Like like I was enamored by. I was like, wow, this is so cool, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And then when you get older, you realize that it's even cooler because you realize why it's cool. Like as a kid, you think it's cool because you don't know who it is, and then when you know who it is, it's even cooler that David fucking Hasselhoff.
To be fair,
playing David Hasselhoff in this movie.
I'm sure this will be fine if I play it for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
But I have been listening to this song at work all week.
Let me guess, Tiny, a small salad.
And it actually goes hard.
Is this Travis Scott?
Can't be slapped. Isn't that lit?
That is pretty cool. I gotta admit that.
But you know what annoys me about this song? Like, only thing that's good about it is the OG score.
The original score.
Which has been turned into a trap remix, which got done years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you know how, like, ages ago they did, like, a trap remix?
Oh, there's been so many trap remixes. The only difference is that now Sony is willing
It's
to
not.
pay...
It's Swale, I think.
Oh, Sway Lee. Okay.
Swale, yeah. Isn't he the guy who's on Sunflower?
He's on Sunflower, yeah. The only difference is now Sony realizes how much money a trap remix of SpongeBob can make, and they're willing to pay a legit artist to make one. You know, that's literally the only difference. But
I have been driving to work going like, and it plays in the film. I'm like, it's.
I'll rate it.
It's all right.
I'll listen to it. I will. Can I say this? If you watched the third one, and I actually, you know, because you watched it, I'll watch it. I'll give it a go. If you watched the third one and enjoyed that even like a little bit, I actually think you would enjoy the second one more than you would expect.
Yeah, I've always wanted to watch it. I've just never had a chance.
And look, disclaimer, I haven't watched the second one in a few years, so maybe I'm looking back on it with rose-colored glasses, but I even remember at the time thinking it was going to be a bit shit or like just kind of, oh, has this become a kid's thing, which is kind of how I look at the new one. But I remember, like I said, they only do like about a third of the movie in that like live action kids animation. And a lot of the movie is 2D animated. And a lot of it, actually, you can tell they brought back writers from the earlier seasons. And I remember thinking going into it, like being kind of optimistic because I had heard that they brought back writers from the early seasons just to do the movie, similar to like how they did the Simpsons movie. And in the same way that the Simpsons movie, even though it came out during an era of the show that was so distant from the golden years, it feels so much like the golden years. And I'm not saying it's exactly like the Simpsons movie, but I definitely felt like that with the second SpongeBob movie, that like, even though it was made in a time so much after the SpongeBob golden era.
Why they feel like they have to do these different animations to like, almost like, oh, the kids will love it. Like,
I always say, what the fuck happened to 2D animation?
The animation, to be fair, it looks really good. If it wasn't a SpongeBob movie, would I have got so much attachment to, you know, as you said, the 2D
the character design, the 2D animation. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I feel like SpongeBob is like one of my second shows. I'm really interested to see how it ends. Simpsons taking the crown.
Yeah, me too.
Which I think is going to be. I literally
and Doctor Who
get so excited to see how they're going to end the Simpsons.
I'm really
if
curious.
they ever do.
The Simpsons is such a funny show because it's a show
it has to.
I want to see how they end, but I also kind of want them to end it. Like
I don't see how much longer they can, and I really do think it will happen in the next 10 years.
I don't mean to say this in a to get too dark, but like a couple of the actors have already died.
I know. That's the thing. If one of the main cast
and
is like
so
gonna die,
it would be really sad. Like,
yeah, it will be.
If it finished after like the Lisa voice actor died. Do you know what I mean? Or like someone really important to the show. It's like, how can you have the ending without like Marge or like?
That's what I mean. Like, sure they do what everyone's still at. Get Conan back.
I don't know if I
for the love of Christ.
I don't know if I tweeted this the other day, but like that scene in the Simpsons movie where she tapes over the wedding.
Oh, it's
that
so fucking
genuinely,
sad.
if I watch that, I actually cannot not cry.
It's so
like,
sad.
That actually brings me to tears every single time I watch it. That scene
it literally is so sad.
So, but the way it's like a lot of people take voice acting for granted, but the way that scene is voiced by I don't know the name, but
Julie, I believe.
Yes, Julie Kavner, I think.
Yeah.
The way she voice acts that scene is absolutely just phenomenal.
We need something like that.
You can feel the emotion in her voice. And so like to have, and honestly, that goes for a lot of the Simpsons cast is that you can really, there's such phenomenal voice actors.
I know. I just hope it ends well.
I just can't, it would be so devastating if they,
it has to end at some point though.
Point of them dying. It has to. Yeah, it has to. They can't.
We have to, I want to watch the final season.
What, is it going to still be on TV 20 years later and they'll have recast every, like, no, they can't do that.
Maybe it'll be like a Doctor Who situation though.
The only way I could see it being like a Doctor Who is if they end it in the next few years and then like 20 years from now they reboot it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like,
they
can't recast like Dan Castellaneta, like.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine if they did that?
The only way I could see it being like a Doctor Who is if they ended it in the next couple of years and then maybe 10 or 15 or 20 years later they reboot it.
Bring Conan back.
And they make it like.
Bring Conan back. That's
maybe
what
they
I'm saying.
make Bart the new Grandpa Simpson. And it's like
I can kind of see them doing that.
it's like
don't even give them.
do you get what I
ideas.
mean? Like that, and then that way you kind of have a character from the original series, but it's pretty much a new series. Honestly, I could see them doing.
Again,
that.
I really think.
Please don't. I'm not trying to give them ideas.
You had a really good idea once when you said, "Oh, we say it so much on the show though, and we are rattling." But I do think you had such a great idea where you said, "Do a final season, wrap up characters per episode,
Yeah, definitely.
and then do a movie."
Yeah, finish it with a movie. Fucking great. And honestly, even if
I'm
they
just
finish,
saying they could put on Disney Plus even.
even if they finish that season with like an actual finale episode, like a proper
Yeah.
finale episode, and then even if they like left it 2 years and then did like a movie as like a encore, you know, that would fucking slap. That would be the best.
How are we not writing The Simpsons?
Ugh, I know. Where's our fucking writing pay packet?
Again, I do think
Where's our photo with Conan and Louis?
the writers' room. Louis was in there, was he? No.
Yeah, Louis was with Conan in the. I'm pretty sure.
In that photo.
Yeah, in one of them.
What in the writers' room?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. I think
I don't know
Louis.
about that.
Sorry. Louis wrote for Conan.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm getting my.
You know, Eric Andre said that The
Getting my shows
Simpsons
mixed
were
up.
like, and I totally agree. The Simpsons was like a huge inspiration for his humor.
Oh, absolutely. So I would.
fair, come on,
I mean,
it
I don't know.
Is it inspired?
I don't know if you could name a comedian in the 21st who's not fucking inspired by The Simpsons. All right, Connor.
To
you
the
ready
left, to the left. Got that damn on my head now. To the right.
You ready to hit the pub, my man?
Yeah.
My good friend.
Did we even go last Wednesday? Yeah, we
Jesus,
did.
how drunk did you get? Yeah, we did.
Not that bad. We were pretty drunk and Dan passed out on my couch.
On Saturday.
Before
I
it was
did.
late, it was like 1:30 when you passed out.
Well, at least I made it that late.
Where's
It
the
was so-
time go? The pub closes at 12.
It was so funny because I.
Do you ever wonder that? Or all the time goes?
I I was so zoinked at Connor's house, and I could tell I was falling asleep. So not to give myself praise here, but I put my beer on the counter. I was like, no hazards, and I just sort of sat on the couch, and I was like, hopefully I stay awake, but if I don't, at least I'm sat on the couch, which means if I fall asleep, I just go, and that's what happened. I just fell asleep on the couch, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was like, fuck, I fell asleep on the couch. Grabbed my shit, did the walk of shame, got an Uber home, and then slept for another couple of hours.
Did you ever come in to see me?
It was 6 a.m. I thought you'd be asleep.
Oh no, I'm leaving now.
I was almost, come on, you're telling me you wouldn't be asleep at 6 a.m.?
No, I was. I'm just saying, like, do you ever see if I'm okay? What if I'm dead?
That's true. Well, I get up and you're like on the other couch fucking.
Well, I'm normally in bed. Normally.
That's what I'm saying. If I don't see you up there,
You
then
and
I
Mitch, you
then
just
I
love
think
to
it's
pass
safe.
out upstairs, don't you?
All right,
Mitch
all right,
passed
all right.
out on the toilet a few
All
years
right.
ago.
I anticipated I was passing out. I felt that I was passing out as
To
it
be fair,
happened.
we had a lot. I was pretty drunk on that 21st. And then we
So
went
I-
to bloody... that was at Swinging Pig, and we went to Moe's afterwards, and you tripped on the way out.
I have a massive bruise on my ass.
You tripped in front of everyone who works there. I'm glad I didn't see
I
it.
felt like such an idiot.
And they're like, you're drunk.
If you look at my,
I was literally I was luckily up the
I have a
road.
massive bruise on my fucking.
Did you fall on your ass?
I have it on my thigh.
Did you fall on your ass?
I don't know if I can show it, but I'll see if I
How
can.
the fuck did you manage that?
Hold on, I'll get it out.
Oh my god, what the hell is going on here?
I'll show you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's undoing his trousers.
It's a big ass.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's massive! His dome is massive. I'm joking. Yeah, you can show that. Holy shit! Hang on, the stormtrooper's covering it.
I'll try and not.
Yeah, go.
I'll go in the middle and then you
Okay.
go back.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so that's.
Oh my
I
god!
don't know if you can see that.
How the hell did you manage that? How did you even do that?
Bruh.
On something pretty bad.
Did you full on stack on?
sore.
Did you actually full on stack it?
I don't know what happened. I stood over. There's like a little wall.
Yeah, like a limestone.
And I stood over and I must have just tripped or something. I didn't.
What's it with you falling over that limestone? You literally hit a glass off once. In front of people.
My worst enemy, that fucking little wall.
And literally you were in front of a table full of everyone who worked there.
I felt like such a twat. I really did.
I'm so glad I wasn't there. I was up the road. I don't know why I left.
felt like
I don't know why I
such
left
a
quickly. I
twat.
think because I downed my drink was like, okay, this might.
I think I was
come
still
up.
downing a drink.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. But you know what? You know what's really annoying?
Ugh.
This is going to sound like an excuse, but I fell over in a way where I genuinely, and this is going to sound like an excuse, I genuinely feel like I would have fallen over sober. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
you did say it to me.
Yeah, it's like you
I
fall
don't know
over.
about that, bro.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, when you trip in a way where you're like,
Shit. Here we go
I
again.
feel like anyone would have tripped that way, or I would have even tripped like that sober. But because you're drunk, it just makes you look like you're fucking so drunk you can barely walk. And I just felt like such a fucking idiot. I was like, oh my God. And then I got a massive bruise. And then a couple of days later, Kath saw it and she was like, Jesus, what did you do? And I was
Trip
like,
on a fucking line.
I was like, it's a fucking long ass story, babe.
We'll
Don't.
walk into the pub tonight. Everyone's going to laugh at us. Mine laugh at me. But.
They've decided to show their ugly faces again. We'll say, one
Yes,
beer,
dear.
please.
Yes, dear.
One mid-strength, please.
Mid-strength? These are mid-strength.
Oh, yeah? You've been drinking the mid-strength?
No, because Ben left them in my damn fridge. I'm getting rid of them.
I love it.
The responsible way, by drinking them.
Cheers to mid-strength beers.
That's not mid-strength.
Well, I know.
I'm dying for the toilet.
You have to be
Goodbye,
drinking.
everyone.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.